is Evan Bailyn, and I'm the author of Outsmarting Google. The tip that I would give that I think would be most valuable to people out there is a concept that I call the nuclear football. Now, I just sort of made up that term. It's a term that exists that has to do with the president and a briefcase that he carries around with him at all times. But what it means for search engine optimization, in my view, is that there is one solution that is sort of like the ultimate way to get your website to rank at the top of Google. And again, that's called the nuclear football. And what it involves is having a lot of content produced for your website that is really interesting. And I mean daily content. I mean 5 times a week or so, and more if possible. And that content should be filled with really cool, crisp pictures. It should have titles like the top 10 something hyperbolic titles and other really interesting looks at niche topics. And this can be placed on a website, on a blog, on a WordPress blog, or it can be in an articles or resources section on your website. And no matter what the topic of your website is, it could be an accounting website, there's always some interesting way to put information out there so that the public really wants to consume it. That's the first prong of the nuclear football. The other prong is sharing that information with members of the press, bloggers, and webmasters. And you want to do that systematically by reaching out to people, maybe 25, 30 people a day. You build a list of people that cover your niche or your industry, and then you just send them letters. Now you have to personalize these letters. You can't just send a letter with a press release in it sort of thing. That never works anymore. What you'll want to do is write something that involves the reporter or the blogger's past posts or past articles, talk about any other thing they do in their personal life that you've been able to look up about them, and then say, I have this really cool article, this really useful resource I created. I'd love it if you could talk about it or share it if it's interesting to you. And if you continuously produce great content, and that could be articles, charts, graphs, cartoons, whatever is interesting to you, publish it on your website, and then tell others about it, that is the sort of secret sauce, and it always has been, to getting to the top of Google.